Hey there, history adventurers, get ready to travel back in time and explore the mysterious world of assassinations that changed the course of nations. We'll uncover chilling stories like the assassination of John F. Kennedy and the tragic death of Archduke Franz Ferdinand that sparked World War I. These tales are full of darkness, intrigue, and the quest for justice that has fascinated people for generations. You'll be on the edge of your seat, astonished and wanting more as we take you on this thrilling journey. So buckle up and let's dive into the exciting world of assassins and the leaders that they targeted. Let the adventure begin. Vladimir Putin. Before we look at the past world leaders, we'll start by looking at one of the most prominent leaders we have today, Vladimir Putin, the unsinkable president of Russia, who has proven time and again that he's more slippery than an eel in a buttered bathtub when it comes to dodging assassination attempts. Buckle up because we are about to take a ride through some heart-pounding near misses. May 2022 attempt. Kirill Budanov, the leader of Ukraine's defense intelligence, accidentally uncovered a daring plot that didn't go as planned. The plot's goal was to take down Putin during the tense Russia-Ukraine conflict. Major General Budanov revealed that just 2 months before his revelation, there was a brave but unsuccessful attempt to target Putin. However, the intriguing part is that the individuals behind the audacious plan remain unknown. And as for the location of this suspenseful event, think of the secretive Caucasus region situated between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. 2002 Azerbaijan plot. In 2002, when Putin was visiting Azerbaijan, a gripping real-life story unfolded. An Iraqi man who had connections to dangerous groups in Afghanistan and the unsettled Chechen regions was caught up in a dark plot to assassinate the Russian leader. His daring plan involved delivering explosives to a partner in crime with the horrifying goal of killing Putin. Thankfully, though, fate intervened and the plot was stopped just in time, and our Iraqi villain found himself in the arms of a not-so-loving prison embrace for 10 years. 2002 car bomb plot. That same year, in November, Russian authorities foiled another attempt on Putin's life when they discovered 40 kilograms of explosives waiting to be blown up along the motorway used by the Russian leader. It was claimed that the bomb was planted there by a group of people disguised as repairmen. Curiously, the explosive devices disappeared without a trace merely an hour later, and Putin's car was rerouted. The specifics of the incident remain shrouded in secrecy, with authorities opting to withhold information and even denying its occurrence. Well, we guess that's one way to handle an explosive situation. Just pretend it's all a figment of everyone's imagination. John F. Kennedy and Lee Harvey Oswald. Once upon a time, in the captivating history of America, a chilling and mysterious event took place: the shocking assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Picture this: it was November 22, 1963, and the presidential motorcade was cruising through Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas. But then darkness descended as gunshots rang out, tragically ending JFK's life. The culprit behind this terrible act was Lee Harvey Oswald, a former Marine who fired shots from the window of a Texas school book depository. President Kennedy's wife, Jacqueline, and Texas Governor John Connally and his wife were also in the car, witnessing the horror. JFK was dead, leaving the nation in shock and mourning. The detectives scrambled to piece together the puzzle, but they couldn't quite figure out Oswald's motive. Was it politics? Revenge? Not exactly. This dude had a serious craving for attention. He wanted to be a star, and he chose the darkest way to shine. Now, just when we thought things couldn't get crazier, a man named Jack Ruby, a nightclub owner, added to the puzzle by shooting Oswald before anyone could understand his true motive. Talk about adding more confusion to an already mysterious situation. So, to this day, the assassination of JFK remains a perplexing chapter in America's history. With conspiracy theories swirling around like crazy, it's like a never-ending enigma, leaving us wondering about the real story behind that fateful day in Dealey Plaza. Abraham Lincoln and John Wilkes Booth. On that fateful night of April 14, 1865, history took a tragic turn as a sinister plot unfolded in the hallowed halls of Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. The stage was set, the play, Our American Cousin, was in full swing, and the audience, including the esteemed 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, was captivated by the unfolding drama. Little did they know that the true drama was about to unfold in their midst. Amidst the laughter and merriment of the play, a figure moved stealthily in the shadows, lurking with malicious intent. John Wilkes Booth, a well-known stage actor, had set his sights on a chilling goal: to strike at the heart of the nation's leadership and revive the fading embers of the Confederate cause. As the climax of the play approached, a gunshot pierced the air like a sudden thunderclap. Booth's evil plan had been executed. He had fired a fatal bullet into President Lincoln's head, shattering the dreams of a unified nation. In the wake of this dark act, the nation stood on the edge of grief, mourning the loss of a leader whose vision for a united and free America had inspired millions. But Booth's plan didn't end there. Booth had planned to not only kill Lincoln, but also get rid of two other important government figures: Secretary of State William H. Seward and Vice President Andrew Johnson. Thankfully, things didn't go as planned for the conspirators. Seward survived despite being seriously injured, and George Atzerodt failed to harm Johnson because he was too drunk to carry out his plan. After Booth committed his terrible act, he ran away, and that's when the exciting chase began. The authorities went on a thrilling 12-day hunt to catch the bad guy. Finally, justice caught up with Booth in a dramatic and intense showdown. In the end, Booth met his own fate by being slain by a Union soldier. His death marked the end of the manhunt, but it did not bring closure to the nation. As the nation grieved the loss of Abraham Lincoln, they realized the depth of his significance. He was not just a president, he was a symbol of hope, unity, and progress. Lincoln's legacy lives on, inspiring generations to come. Mohandas Mahatma Gandhi and Nathuram Godse. On January 30th, 1948, as the sun dipped below the horizon, bathing New Delhi, India in a warm, golden glow, a sense of anticipation filled the air. Mohandas Mahatma Gandhi, the revered father of the nation, was about to embark on his evening prayer meeting. Little did he know that his commitment to nonviolence would soon be tested in the most tragic manner. As Gandhi made his way through the crowd, he had no idea that a sneaking troublemaker was lurking among them. Enter Nathuram Godse, a seemingly ordinary man with a big secret. Behind his mask of respect and admiration, Godse held a grudge against Gandhi's principles of nonviolence and religious harmony. He was like a ticking time bomb just waiting to explode. And explode he did. In a shocking twist, Godse whipped out a hidden pistol and fired not one, not two, but 3 shots at point-blank range. Talk about a betrayal of epic proportions. The bullets found their mark, and the great Mahatma fell silent forever. The crowd stood frozen, their hearts shattered into a million pieces. It was a tragedy that no one could have seen coming. The authorities didn't waste any time and nabbed Godse like a cat pouncing on a mouse. He spilled the beans and confessed to his heinous crime, revealing his extremist ideology and bitter resentment towards Gandhi's beliefs. Now came the trial of the century. Picture this, a courtroom filled to the brim with lawyers, spectators, and journalists hungry for juicy details. Godse didn't back down. Oh no, he stood his ground defending his actions. He clashed with the prosecution, defending his beef against Gandhi's approach during India's partition and his views on Hindu refugees. And finally, the day of reckoning arrived. The judge slammed the gavel and delivered the verdict, guilty as charged. Godse and his gang of accomplices were sentenced to death by hanging, and justice was served. Gandhi's legacy lived on, and even though he was gone, his spirit continued to inspire millions, lighting up the hearts of people across the world. Archduke Franz Ferdinand and Gavrilo Princip. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there was an archduke named Franz Ferdinand and his lovely wife, Duchess Sophie. They decided to go on a grand adventure to Sarajevo, a place simmering with political drama and intrigue. Now, this wasn't your typical touristy trip. Oh no, they had a noble mission: to bring unity and peace to a diverse and troubled region. Little did they know that lurking in the shadows were some seriously sinister characters, like our main man, Gavrilo Princip. He was a fiery young Bosnian Serb nationalist, and he had some radical ideas about setting his beloved Bosnia free from the clutches of Austro-Hungarian rule. So when he heard about the Archduke's visit, he saw it as the ultimate chance to make a big statement and strike a blow against the oppressive regime. Talk about seizing the day. He joined a secret society called the Black Hand and plotted with his comrades for the perfect moment to make history. On that fateful day, the Archduke and Duchess hopped into their swanky motorcade, unaware of the dangerous game unfolding around them. Gavrilo, cool as a cucumber, had his trusty pistol hidden, waiting for the right moment to spring into action, and boy did fate have some wicked plans. As the motorcade took a wrong turn, Gavrilo saw his golden opportunity. Bang! He fired 2 shots, one at the Archduke's neck and the other at Sophia's abdomen. Yikes. But hold on tight, because the drama didn't end there. Another one of Gavrilo's buddies, Nedeljko Kabrinovic, decided to join the party and threw a grenade at the royal car. Boom! The explosive bounced off the roof like a wild party crasher, injuring some unfortunate bystanders. You'd think that the Archduke would call it quits and retreat to safety, but nope, he showed some serious guts and insisted on visiting the injured members of his entourage at the hospital. Brave or crazy? You decide. Sadly, as the day unfolded, it seemed like fate had a twisted sense of humor. The motorcade made yet another wrong turn and passed by Gavrilo once again. And guess what? The guy just couldn't resist another shot at destiny. Boom! He fired again, hitting the Archduke in the chest this time, sealing his tragic fate. And so the dominoes fell, and Europe went into a frenzy of alliances, ultimatums, and mobilizations before anyone could blink. World War I exploded like fireworks on New Year's Eve. The world was never the same again. The assassination of Franz Ferdinand was like a spark that lit a giant firework of chaos, reshaping history in the most unpredictable way. As for Gavrilo, he was caught and put on trial, but the kid was young, so he escaped the death penalty and got a one-way ticket to prison. Tragically, he met his end there due to tuberculosis, ending his wild journey. And that, my friends, is how a single visit meant to bring peace turned into a crazy roller coaster of events that shook the world to its core. Well, that concludes our video for today. If you enjoyed our content, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as that greatly helps us out. If there's anything else you would like for us to cover, please let us know in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.